Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's poppin'?
Hey, Nils.
What's poppin',
It's
Swab?
It's the first episode.
Let's get
tell them
it.
what they listening to.
Man, they about to figure out what the hell to watch. What to watch is here. We about to give y'all the latest movies and TV shows to poppin' on the latest streaming services because we know y'all not watching cable. God damn. Shit, and unless you living with your parents, then you watching cable. Cause I know damn well I ain't got no cable.
I don't think anybody. I hope if niggas struggle with cable, I feel bad for you. But you gonna be on the come up one.
Shoot, I ain't even got a streaming service to be honest with you, except for Disney Plus. Shoot, shout out to my boy Cameron. Shout out to my cousin, cause y'all faithful with the streaming services, real quick.
So man, I just want to say, just for all the viewers, thank you for listening. This is Give Me Hip Network, and we listen to What to Watch. So Nels, man, just speaking of streaming services, what would you say like are the top 3, top 2, like what's out there for niggas to watch? And for all the niggas in cable who want to get a streaming service.
Alright, if you trying to switch over, if you already watching cable and you trying to be like, alright, which streaming services should I get? Most popular one off of the rip is going to be HBO Max. And I'm going to just give, we doing a little something in the background in case y'all heard the little Wayne ad lib in the background. The main one is HBO Max. I'm going to just give y'all 3 shows to watch off of there. The Wire, based off of one of the DMV's cities, good old Baltimore. Well, Baltimore don't consider themselves part of the DMV, though, right?
Not really tired of
yeah.
DMV,
So Baltimore, they own Baltimore's finest city. And then I'm gonna give y'all also the Boondocks. Who doesn't love the Boondocks? Like, it's the Boondocks. What the hell? And then I'll even give y'all, if y'all a 90s baby like me, I loved Ed, Edd n Eddy as a kid growing up. That's also on there right now. And then number two, I'm gonna have to say Netflix. Like, Netflix is just too popping. Like, there's too many movies coming out. Also, they got Stranger Things. Shit, Stranger Things is too lit.
Netflix do got a lot. They come out with a movie like every single week.
Yeah, that's their new 2021 thing now. They trying to drop 52 damn movies. And I don't know how you do that during COVID, but they dropping 52 movies. And I think this week's movie was Malcolm and Marie. And I got to watch it, but we're going to talk about that later on. So, but right now, we just going to talk about we're going to talk about all the streaming services, which is Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Apple TV, and Peacock. Those are your streaming services if you ain't got cable, and if you don't feel like paying for cable, gonna hang up on them real quick. I'm saying, shoot, you cannot get my Disney Plus password. I'm sorry, bro. Shoot, even if you're trying to watch WandaVision, I'm sorry. Alright, but right now, I'm gonna talk to y'all about prices because I know prices mean everything to somebody. But if y'all could just ask y'all cousin real quick, y'all auntie, maybe y'all, my family trying to call me now. It's my little brother's birthday. He just turned 21. Shout out to my little bro. But the prices for the streaming service is gonna go like this. God damn! Let me put my phone on silent real quick. Oh damn! Alright, so Netflix is gonna go for $9 a month. Not too bad. Hulu is $6 a month. HBO Max is $15 a month. But if you already got HBO on cable, then just sign in with your TV provider and you are all straight and you are good. Disney Plus is $7 a month, but it's $70 for the year, which is what I personally paid for, just because it saves about 2 months worth, which is $14. It don't hurt to save a little change. And Apple TV is $5 a month, but if you had bought a new Apple device in the year of 2019, you won't have to pay for anything until the month of July. But they keep sending out emails saying that you won't have to pay for until another month. So I'm just hoping another one comes in maybe like March. So saying I ain't got to pay until October. And we're going to keep that rolling. And then Peacock, I haven't checked that out. I don't know the prices for that yet. But they got The Office. So more than likely, sooner or later, I'm going to have to check them out probably next weekend. because The Office is just a great show. I don't care who says it's not funny. You just don't know comedy at that point.
Peacock got like Heroes, The Office, like every NBC show. Like it got
Mm.
like this old joint called Sliders that I enjoy watching.
Oh, damn.
It's dope ass. Like if y'all like sci-fi, it's like a dope
Speaking of sci-fi, earlier we were talking about The Twilight Zone on CBS by Jordan Peele.
Yep.
First of all, we know Jordan Peele is
Doing
the
his
mastermind. God damn. And if y'all didn't watch the 90s, I think it may have came out in the 80s, The Twilight Zone. That is phenomenal. Me and my family, we grew up just watching that. I believe every Thanksgiving they would have a Twilight Zone marathon. But Jordan Peele redid the famous episodes, and God damn, they are amazing. And my boy Jameson Idris, who's in Snowfall and Outside the Wire on Netflix, he was in an episode on that. It was Sanaa Lathan that we talked about earlier.
I mean, it was a dope ass episode. I don't want to spoil the plot too much, but basically, she had like basically a camcorder, and so whenever she pressed a rod on her camcorder, it would go back in time. So it was a dope ass episode, and like, cause Twilight Zone, everything always has a consequence at the end. It was a dope, and then to see Damon Eldridge like be like a great actor with Sanaa Lathan, like it showed like this nigga, he's up next, bro. Like
He's showing himself. He in his bag.
Like he doing his thing.
If we're gonna talk about Snowfall later on, because we can talk about quite a bit about Snowfall. But right now we're gonna get into what Jameson Idris was his latest in, and that's Outside the Wire on Netflix. But prior between we get off of that, we're gonna talk about the most popular streaming app, which is HBO Max. And like we said, HBO Max is it's just so popping, man. I watch Reno 911 on Reno 911's on there. My girl Niecy Nash, shout out to my auntie. Shoot, you got The Wire that I've watched endless times. I watched the Oceans movies on there for the first times. I'm unfortunate to say, with me being such a movie head. There's just too much stuff on HBO Max that you can't have the ad.
And it's
It's
so
superior.
unfair because like HBO literally just it already had like some of the great shows like for like television, right? And then the motherfuckers added
And then they added
CW,
more.
Cartoon Network,
Adult Swim, Rick and
Adult
Morty.
Swim, like,
Rick and
like them
Morty.
niggas are killing everything.
Yo,
like,
Cartoon Network from if you love Codenames Kid Next Door growing up, number 5 was my favorite of all time. That's on HBO Max. Like, it's hard not to love HBO. Like,
right.
that's the most popular, but what I'm gonna say makes the most money, and some people may not know about this, it's gonna be Disney Plus. And it's regardless if you got the app or not, they're gonna make money regardless. Like Disney Plus can be done right now for what it is. WandaVision, it's dumb lit. It's crazy lit right now. If you have not watched the latest episode, it's wild. It's extremely wild. I'm not gonna ruin anything about that. But Disney owns these following companies, so they're making money regardless of the app. They own ABC, Lifetime, A&E, Marvel, Lucasfilms, which is good old Star Wars, ESPN, fucking Fox, which owns FX, which means they own Atlanta, they own Snowfall, they own Archer, they own Sons of Anarchy, they own all of these things. So Disney Plus is by far the most superior app when it comes to money making things. But if you looking for something to watch, there is HBO Max. And I forgot to mention Amazon Prime as well on that.
Yeah, we did forget, but they in the bottom tier. Like it's sad.
There's always something good, like One Night in Miami, directed by my girl Regina King. That was phenomenal. To see a different Muhammad Ali was very interesting because I'm so used to the Will Smith obviously role, but my guy did his job.
He definitely did.
It's a phenomenal film. I pray she wins an award. She was just nominated. I pray she wins that award. But it's gonna be tough. She's against two other female directors, which is the first time in the, I believe, it's the Emmys. I think it's the Emmys right now going on.
Yeah.
But praying the best for Regina King, because if y'all don't know that she is the voice for Riley and Huey of the Boondocks, so I don't know how she hasn't won an award off of that alone, but she's fucking phenomenal. And watch Watchmen, which is on
Yup,
HBO.
on
Which is on
That
HBO.
motherfucker said we got all
Man.
King shit.
Oh, don't forget to check out Lovecraft Country,
Yup.
also on HBO. Yeah, HBO is just the top one to watch. But now we just gonna head over to Netflix and we gonna talk about Outside the Wire, which stars our boy Jameson Idris and Anthony Mackie. In this movie, I'm not gonna ruin the plot for you guys because I want y'all to check it out. If you haven't seen it, it's been out for about 2 weeks now. Nah, it's been out for about three weeks to a month now. The movie overall is about a drone pilot, which is Harper, aka Jameson Idris. In the future, he gets paired with a top secret drone android officer, Anthony Mackie. Basically, he's a robot. And they have to stop a nuclear attack. And there's it's a bunch of twists and turns that happen throughout the movie. But overall, I'll give the movie a smooth 9 out of 10. The directing was phenomenal to me. It's a great action movie. The only trouble I had with was the dialect of Jameson Idris. Coming from me watching Snowfall, I know him as my boy Franklin Saint. And his thing is that if you don't know anything about him, he's Nigerian descent. Shout out to other Nigerians. But he's from the UK, so he has that British accent. So if you haven't watched an interview with him where he has his natural voice, his natural accent, it's a British accent. So with this movie, he had that LA Snowfall accent that I'm just so used to. So I couldn't picture him as Harper. Instead, I pictured everything in the movie as Franklin doing everything. Which I necessarily didn't mind because Franklin is a bad motherfucker. But that's the main thing is that I had trouble with is his dialect in the movie. But other than that, the movie is phenomenal. I love the movie. If you love action movies, it's definitely one to check out. You won't be disappointed in it whatsoever. Swab, you got anything to say?
So I just want to say that movie was, and so that's the funny thing about it is there's a lot of British actors and they all have that California hood accent. Like literally, it's like they get taught that in like a class over at the UK.
Yeah.
Because not only Franklin is a UK actor, but what's the dude who plays his enforcer? The dude with the bush, Leroy. He's a British actor as well. Yeah.
Isaiah Johnson?
Yes.
No.
I swear to God.
What?
I'm
gonna have to look that up later. That's gonna shock the hell out of me.
I
My
was
boy
like,
Leon? You're not talking about Leon. Nah, Leon is a British actor. Nah, that's gonna blow my mind.
That's what blew my mind.
That's gonna blow my mind.
Most of these motherfuckers, like, because they all have that. But let's talk about Snowfall, the show. Like,
man, where can I?
Like,
it's the best show. It's the best show on TV. I'm gonna say that. That's a whole fact. If you're not watching, like, literally, a lot of people ask me like, what should I watch? What to watch? And I simply ask them, are you watching Snowfall? And if they say no, I'm like, all right, go watch that. And I didn't start no controversy on Twitter, but I kind of did. I just wrote on Twitter that all of season 3 of Snowfall is better than all 6 seasons of Power. And
easy.
I hate the comparison of Power to Snowfall because one thing you have to think about it is Snowfall, Franklin has no cell phone. He got no technology whatsoever. And the main argument that people bring up, which makes me laugh all the time, and I don't even consider arguing with them, they want to compare them to Ghost, and then they'll compare them to Tyreek. I'm like, you do understand you're comparing one person to 2 people. And first of all, Snowfall is based off of a real person. If you don't know about my boy Freeway Ricky, you better go look up about him real quick. His name is Rick Ross, not the rapper, but
that's who Rick Ross wanted to be.
They had a lawsuit about the name and everything. But look about Rick Ross, who grew up in LA, was a drug dealer, and not the whole show of Snowfall is based off of his life, but a good portion of it is. And the thing I'm excited for about Snowfall coming season 4, which airs on February 24th, you can catch it on Hulu and FX if you got cable. What I'm excited for is that this is going to be the first season without John Singleton fully. If you don't know who John Singleton is, I'm just gonna name a couple movies for you. I'm just gonna say Boys in the Hood. I'm gonna say Baby Boy, Poetic Justice. Just to name a couple movies that he made. I mean, he's a legend. Unfortunately, he passed away during the making of Snowfall in season 3. And if you are a Snowfall fanatic like me and Suave, I don't know if you caught in one episode of season 3, there is an episode either Leon or Franklin shoot somebody and they take off the mask, and who's it ends up being as the actor portraying that person is John Singleton's son. And Damson Idris, he talks about that was an extremely hard shoot for them to film because it happened right after the passing of his father. So it's going to be extremely interesting to see how this season happens without the vision of John Singleton. But I'm pretty sure he left this show in good hands because of how amazing it is. One thing I am going to say is I'm a huge fanatic. I follow the majority of the cast on social media. Damson, you just posted a picture of them doing a screen reading. In the main screen, you would usually probably see the main actors on the screen, right? So I saw my boy Jam and Jerome. I saw my auntie. I saw Franklin. I saw everybody, but who I didn't see was my boy Leon. And there's quite a bit of people on the screen, so you're obviously gonna see your main directors, the owners of the show, and everything. But I'm just like, Leon not being on that main screen has me questioning what's gonna happen in season 4, and I believe that was episode 5 that they were filming. But I just got some words real quick. Jameson Idris and Isaiah Johnson, everybody Snowfall. If y'all happen to ever hear this episode, and my boy Leon dies, y'all will be getting a strongly worded letter from me, personally addressed.
The best scene ever in television history was him with
one
Franklin
you about
and
to
Leon
say?
in the fucking in the car.
Yeah, in the car.
Like,
yeah,
you can't fuck this shit up.
You can't
Because you don't like it, nigga. I was like,
I built this meat.
Yeah.
Built brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talks.
And then I was like, God damn, give me chills. So anybody that thinks power is anywhere near that shit, I'll smack the shit
First of all, you're crazy. First of all, I'm just going to get into the mind. First of all, you're comparing John Singleton to, I believe it's Courtney Vance.
And 50 Cent together.
Like, you're stupid for doing that alone. But first of all, I'm just going to get into the camera. Camera work. I pay attention to camera work when I watch movies, TV shows. The camera work in Snowfall is phenomenal. But think about it, you're looking at the mind of John Singleton, which is movies. There's one scene, and I believe it's either season 2 or season 3 of Snowfall, where, what's my boy's name? Man Boy, Franklin, and Leon, they're all talking, and it's right before Franklin does that great scene where he portrays a Denzel moment. In all you gotta say is the best scene from Snowfall, and we all know which is that car scene that we were just talking about. There's one scene right prior to that where they are all three standing kind of in a circle, but the camera is slowly going in a circle while they are talking, and that is some of the best camera work I have ever seen in my life on television alone for a show like that. When you get into the camera work of Snowfall, it's impeccable. There's no comparison either. And when we compare Snowfall to Power, we're not saying Power is a bad show at all. We're not saying that whatsoever. Power is a good show. I'll say seasons 1 through 3, they were phenomenal.
Yeah,
they were phenomenal. It started
season 2, I think when 50 Cent left the building with after getting stabbed and it was burning,
like you should have died.
Through a metal door. I was like, I'm gonna stop ticking. That's when it started. Season
4 through 6, I just kind of kept watching just to be like, all right, there's something to watch and what's gonna happen. But you're not. Yeah. If you truly want to argue about Power versus Snowfall, here is my Twitter name @DoItForNels. You can personally inbox me, and I'm just gonna cuss you out and kind of tell you why you're wrong, and that you should truly watch Snow from season 1 to season 3 before it airs on season 4 airs on February 24th, which I'm gonna be watching as soon as it drops. And best believe an episode will be coming about that first episode on Snowfall.
Because the thing is, man, like, you can compare Power to Empire, but y'all...
That's how it all started, too. Like how you gonna compare a single show to Power? Like,
Yeah.
but now you're going to try to compare it to Snowfall.
Like I like the Power universe. I like how they have a little off brand. Like the first season.
I haven't watched. That,
oh.
No, I'm sorry, but I said I wasn't gonna watch it. No, like Tommy's not in it. I have no reason to watch Power.
Well,
why am I gonna watch? I hated Tariq. I know,
but
I only like Tommy. So whenever Tommy
show comes on, you gonna watch?
I may check. I'll
tell you
this,
Nels, and for all my viewers who have seen it, Tommy is in one episode.
Only one? That's not
so
much.
2 episodes in the season finale. So,
okay, that means.
Tommy
so does it bring a hype to what Tommy's season?
Because I think what they're gonna do, I'm not sure if they're doing this, but they're probably gonna do Tariq's show, then Tommy's show, because they brought Tommy back.
And they're supposed to do I think drop 5.
And then I think that after that they're gonna do the Ghost and Tommy show when they were growing up, the prequel show.
And that's the thing I don't like. Yeah. I think just 50 is just too greedy.
Trying to make money.
He wants to, which I'm not hurting. But think 50 has to think about it. You're making plenty of money. Like you got. I haven't checked out For Life, but I heard For Life is amazing on ABC. But that brings Disney money. It brings Disney money because it appears on Hulu.
Yeah. Damn.
So it's just
Disney got the bag.
No, Disney truly has the bag, and I'm just gonna say a popular show that comes on Hulu. But I think it also comes on NBC. This Is Us. Everybody
So This Is Us on Peacock too. So I don't know.
So I think it's an NBC show. So Peacock may be getting the bag, but it appears on Hulu.
Damn.
Still.
So Disney's still getting a little.
So I think Hulu still has their contract with them, but This Is Us has secretly signed for season 5, and that's. I don't know if people know that's supposed to be the last season, but if I just drop something for you that you ain't excited to hear, but season 5 is supposed to be the last season of This Is Us, but it's supposed to be showing on Hulu, but I guess Disney got that bag.
It was like a Netflix Disney battle, and then HBO Max came up and
it's so crazy.
She said, "Nigga, I want on this too."
Speaking of battles, I don't know. There's probably quite a bit of Harry Potter fans maybe on here, but. First, it's wild the Harry Potter deal. It started on Netflix, so everybody it was early in the day. But then when HBO Max came out first, introduced it, they mainly advertised that you could watch every single Harry Potter film on there, which is literally what I did. It took me, I think, 3 days to watch every single Harry Potter film. But then I didn't notice that it dropped off. And so now... Right now, it's on Peacock only because it's only streaming on cable on Sci-Fi and USA. But what's going to happen, those contracts end fairly soon, and it's not going to be allowed to be on any streaming service whatsoever until November. And it's gonna only be exclusively on HBO Max. Yeah, I did a little bit of. I do research on top of streaming services.
Justice League about to be on HBO Max. They
so
make
I'm a Marvel fan.
Show.
I'm a Marvel fan.
Hey, I'm a Marvel fan too.
So I got Disney for that alone.
That's the only thing.
But I did just check out Harley Quinn and.
Harley Quinn hilarious.
Yeah, that's a funny series. That's a very funny series.
Because it was on DC Universe at first, and then DC Universe they had like a little streaming service. HBO said, "Give me that bag."
It's easy.
They grabbed them, they bought it. They got Smallville. They're getting literally. It's just hard to beat them.
If you don't know about what HBO Max is doing, they're advertising under the name of HBO Max because HBO is going to bring you in, obviously, but it's truly Warner Media. So whatever television, cable networks, I'll say, that they own is on there. So they own TBS, TNT, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. They own the History Channel, I believe.
They own CW.
They own the CW. Ooh, that may get transferred over to Fox. I think maybe
Fox may own the CW. Okay.
That may be a little battle there, but they also own something else as well. But it's really Warner Media, but it's under HBO Max. So just know that is truly whatever Warner Media owns, which is quite a bit of channels. So it's truly a battle between HBO Max and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But you may think, oh, Disney Plus ain't got enough for me to watch.
But
I ain't about to watch no.
everything, you just realize it, don't realize
If
it's
you
Disney.
love Marvel movies, I mean,
Yeah.
like me, shoot, I'll watch. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna watch Endgame because it's an embarrassing amount. But I mean,
Ooh.
shoot,
That's not even the best Avengers, man.
But I mean, it's just so good. I mean, I love Infinity War. Infinity War is the
Infinity,
best.
that's my favorite one too.
That one. I mean, my favorite Marvel movie is Iron Man. I mean, yeah, Iron Man.
Okay.
Iron Man, the first one. That boy started the whole thing. But WandaVision is dumb lit. Dumb fucking lit.
So I watched the first episode. I was not happy.
Oh no, you got it. You got
And
it.
so I gotta keep going.
You got it.
Alright.
Get to
I will.
get to the second. It should get you by
I'm
the
a
second
Avengers
episode because
fan.
you should like catch on a few things. You should be
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like that's about that. Third, if you get to the third episode, which you should, third episode, you're about to be like, oh, you're gonna be clicking back to other movies. And you're gonna be
I get.
they're bringing
it.
everything
It
together.
has to do with Scarlet Witch having the power to like make
But
another dimension.
I read some of the comics, not all of them, but if you read the
Okay.
comics, then you're gonna pick up on who characters are and how they play into the Marvel
Gotcha.
universe, and it's dumb lit. But we can do. Should we go back into Snowfall a little bit and kind of talk about?
I think so. I just want to say, Snowfall first season. Franklin is just starting the drug game. It's literally the progression of each season is like a different type of Rick Wade Free Ross's life.
Mhm.
Like literally starting in the game, leader of his own gang, leader of the city. Leader of, and now it's gonna be basically what happened after, like I guess L.A. like 1988, that time when the Bloods and Crips started beefing.
Exactly, because season 1 of Snowfall, like he wasn't trying to get into it.
No,
Like,
he wasn't.
He
And
wasn't
that's the
trying to get
funny
to it.
part.
It found him.
Mhm.
It found him honestly, but he held his own. And then season 1 is about him trying to make a name of his own, I'll say. In season 2, he gets that name. He's known as Franklin Sane, but he does a couple things that messes him up, and you got to do some things.
Yeah.
Season 3, he learns from those mistakes, but then again, he pays consequences for those mistakes, I would say. And one thing I'm going to say about season 3, that it is literally the best. It's the best television I've ever seen in my life, because at that time I had my own place, but I was going back every weekend to my uncle's and asking him, did you watch the newest episode of Snowfall? I'm like, yo, it is better than last week's. And I literally, after each episode, I'll be like, yo, they're not going to top this episode from last week. And what did they do? They topped the episode from last week. My favorite moment, I believe it's in season 3, is when Jerome gives that 2-piece to a cop and they come and break in. Boy, when he gives that 2-piece to a cop, I get so hyped and I scream every single time. I'm like, hell yeah. But if anything happens to Leon or Jerome or fucking Franklin, no, nothing gonna happen to Franklin, obviously.
Yeah, Franklin.
But anything happen to them two, strongly word a letter coming to FX.
Man, it's just I think it's better than Wire, man. And shout out to Franklin's mom, who I would just realize it plays D'Angelo's mom in The Wire. And it's hilarious. Yes. So she's in The Wire. So she's in the 2 best drug shows ever as a mother.
Damn.
And she plays Avon's sister, D'Angelo's mom. Literally, bro. I was
She's
like,
Avon. Damn, she is
Yeah.
Avon's sister.
yep.
Damn. And she was just in something else I just watched recently too, and I can't remember
I need to
what it
figure out that
was.
actress's name. Cause I was like, damn, her ass has made history with that shit. She's the best drug. She's like, that's her role, the drug dealer's mom.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, she was just in something else recently, and I was like, oh damn, that's Franklin's mama. And I hate that that's how I refer her to, just because I don't know her name, because I'm usually so well at knowing actors or actresses' names and being able to pair them to it. And that's one thing I'm able to like about myself. But while we're on the topic of Snowfall, and while we're talking about it, one thing that's interesting is his dialect, and that we talked about earlier, is that he has this LA accent. Like we said, he's from the UK, and you can't get I'm from California, I'm from San Diego. You can't, Well, we don't have an
You
accent.
can't regularly just get an accent.
Well, we don't have an
Yes,
accent.
sir.
We don't. But I guess it's not easy to talk like us. His coach is Dub C, and if you don't know who Dub C is, he's from the infamous group West Side Connection, which was with Ice Cube and Mac 10 as well. And it's funny because the first time I heard Jameson Idris' real accent was in his interview of him talking about how his dialect coach went and who it was. And apparently Dub C threw him into LA, left him there, and was just like, all right, I'm going to drop you here, come back. And then after that, we'll see how it went. And apparently he came back with cornrows after that. Like somebody braided up his hair. Yeah, but he got the accent down.
That's
they loved him.
Way, I guess.
It's probably the easiest way, getting thrown into the hood, being around nothing but people like that, and trying to figure out how they are talking. So it's obviously going to be, well, I don't know how British actors do it. They take over USA TV shows and films, and you won't even know that they're a British actor until you hear them in an interview. So I don't know how they do it.
Idris Elba was the starter of that shit.
Man, and me and my aunt were talking about that because it's just like Idris Elba started that with The Wire. Like, nobody knew that he was from the UK until you heard him talk in an interview. Yeah, so, but the funny thing, James Idris was on, he did a story once, and I guess they got the same barber, and he was like, yeah, so you cut me and Idris's hair. Who got the best hair? He was like, yeah, Idris. He was like, fuck you, man. I was like, damn. But I was like, for y'all to have the same barber, I was like, y'all gotta be dumb. They gotta be dumb close. Like,
they gotta be from the same
y'all
neighborhood.
Y'all black
probably.
Actors from the UK.
They gotta probably be from the same neighborhood.
I need them to be in something together. Like that crossover needs to happen. Be in the words. Oh my god,
that would be crazy.
But right now, I'm thinking for the next episode, since we're gonna shoot in about 2 weeks, just so that I got more stuff to talk about. We only touched up on a little bit of Malcolm and Marie. I didn't talk fully about it. If you haven't checked it out, it is on Netflix, starring my girl Zendaya and my boy John David Washington. If you don't know, that is Denzel's son. Phenomenal. I like the movie. I'll give it a 7 to 8 out of 10. I need to rewatch it one more time. I try to give it 2 to 3 times to give a good rating on it. They both acted their ass off. They acted their ass off.
You just said the plot wasn't as good.
It's a good plot for it to be the first movie like written, produced, and everything during COVID. It's interesting because it's kind of like COVID time. It's a couple in the house alone. He has a big movie premiere, and they get into a fight afterwards. But it's kind of a deep fight. But what I just didn't like going up to the movie is all the criticism that Zendaya got prior to it, because people are so used to seeing her playing such a young role. But she is 24 years old. She is a grown woman, so she needs to... Yeah, like, it's okay for her to branch out and play grown adult roles. So I was excited to see her in it, and she did a very, very good job. And John David, I don't know who was the better actor. Like, I truly can't tell you. There were quite a bit of Denzel moments that I saw in that movie. And I was just like, I wondered if they both watched the movie together. And Denzel was just like, yeah, you got that for me, but you improved it a little bit more, because there are quite a bit of Denzel moments, and I'm just like, damn, you sound like your dad.
Did you see the other movie he was in?
I didn't see Tenet. Tenet, are you talking about?
Yeah, I fell asleep on it, but it was I liked his acting. It was just the plot was bad.
You talking about not the Black Klansman? Are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about Tenet. Like the
one.
Oh, no,
I ain't seen Tenet.
It's
just because I'm just like, for it to only come out in the movie theaters, I'm like, that was a very dumb movie.
I think that shit.
That's one thing I'm talking about. If any movie comes out only on theaters, that's a very... I don't know how you're expecting to make money during COVID. But when I'm learning through it all and talking to my aunt, she was a sports and entertainment lawyer, is that if you gotta sell it to these streaming services, so if they don't think that your movie is worth paying those millions of dollars for it, for them to show it to the streaming service, you have no choice but show it to the movies. But the thing with movies is now you only have AMC as your movie theater, because Regal completely shut down the movie theaters, which only makes sense because who in their right mind, unless you're in Atlanta, who don't care about COVID,
don't care about your life or dying.
Shoot, then you had a movie theater, but everybody's at home watching movies or TV shows coming out. So if you need something to watch, check out Outside the Wire. Check out Malcolm and Marie. Check out Snowfall. It's on Hulu, on FX. It's easy to watch all 3 seasons. Shoot, I'm about to do it all in less than 2 to 3 days prior to season 4 coming out on the 24th. We forgot to talk about Judas and Messiah coming on HBO Max.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah, HBO Max is superior.
Coming out.
I could never say his last
Speaking
name.
of British actors, I was gonna say him.
Daniel.
Yeah.
From Get Out. Y'all know his last name, and I'm not gonna embarrass myself and try to say it right now. But it stars him, and it also stars my boy Lakeith Stanfield, and it also stars my boy Ashton Sanders, who plays my boy RZA in the Wu-Tang Clan series on Hulu. I'm truly excited for it. It's about the Black Panther movement and about all that. But just a little history about me. When my grandma passed away, I found out that my cousin Freddie was married to Huey P. Newton, and she was like, I'm your cousin Freddie Newton. I was like, Newton? I was like, and I literally said, I was like Huey P. Newton? And I said that jokingly. She was like, yeah. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I was married to him before he got shot. And I was like, what? And I was like, there's too much history in my family. I was like, good Lord. I was like, this is crazy. So I'm truly excited to watch Judas and Messiah. First of all, it's going to be a powerful Black movie. So for Black History Month, it's right up the alley.
We deserve the Black Panther movie, like a real one that depicted and it shows the Judas who was the problem, and it's Frank Hampton who gets shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fred Hampton.
Yeah, Fred Hampton, and literally, and we have to watch that.
Yeah, if you're looking for Black movies, I'll name just a couple powerful off the top of my head. Judas and Messiah, which is gonna come up next week on February 12th. You got Ma Rainey, which stars my girl Viola Davis, and the late Chadwick Boseman. Unfortunately, that was a tragic death there. There's one powerful scene when he held that knife up, and he was talking about God and how God doesn't love him and everything like that. That was a very powerful scene because we've seen him only as a superhero or portraying these great Black figures in our lives.
You can check out the bad guy, basically.
Exactly. So that was a great film to check out. There's the Malcolm X, Who Killed Malcolm X. I believe that's on Netflix.
Is that a documentary? Is about me?
I believe it's a series on Netflix. It came out quite a while ago, but it keeps coming up on my what I should watch. And it's funny it's coming up. It's coming up because I think I watched just recently the OJ series with Cuba Gooding Jr. Watch that during Black History Month if you want to. That's a phenomenal series. Phenomenal. And then you can also there's quite a bit to name. Watch Watchmen on HBO Max. Watch Lovecraft Country on HBO Max. Man, if you need something to laugh your ass off, watch the Boondocks, and I'll give you my personal favorite episodes: the first episode, the second episode, and the third episode. Watch the one where they make the Luther burger. That is personally one of my favorites. But there's always something to watch on a streaming service. So what I want y'all to do is just comment what y'all are watching. Get me hit to whatever TV shows that y'all are watching, whatever movies, what I should also be watching. If I'm not checking them out already, more than likely I have watched them. I'm hoping to say that I have watched them. Currently one show that I just started and I'm about to be done with season 1 is Sons of Anarchy. And I'm kind of pissed that I'm just getting hip to this show because I knew it was a motorcycle show, but I thought it was just strictly a motorcycle show. Nobody ever told me it was a drug show. So now I'm on it and it's fully got my attention. But give me your movies, give me your TV shows, what I should be watching and what y'all would also like for me to talk about. Don't forget, next episode, we are going to be talking about Snowfall, the first episode of season 4. And I can't wait. We're going to talk about Judas and Messiah. and also whatever the new Netflix movie that drops next week, because they are dropping 52 movies this year, which means one movie a week. And also, I'm gonna be talking about some Apple TV shows just to get y'all interested in that, because more than likely, if you got an iPhone, you got it for free. So, once again, it's Nels and Suave, and we telling y'all what to watch on the Get Me Hip podcast. Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. My Twitter name is Do It For Nels, DOITFORNEL. Wait, FORNELLS. And that was kind of big. And then for Instagram, it's that exact same thing, but instead of S, it's a Z. And then Suave, you can give your stuff.
Yeah, so follow us on Get Me Hip, and then also email Nels at getmehip.g with 3 P's, GETMEHI. Man, we need to spell us HIPPP at gmail.com.
Yeah, it's Saturday night. We supposed to be getting late.
Yeah.
We are kind of lit a little bit, so it's only right.
Real, but but for real, because Nels, she got me here to a lot of shows, a lot of movies. I don't know. I know she got y'all. If she got me here, she definitely got y'all. Especially niggas that saying that Power is better than Snowfall. So
if you haven't watched Snowfall, just honestly, if you haven't watched Snowfall, honestly, go to my Twitter, DM me, and I may or may not give you an account to watch it on. Hopefully my bro don't check this out and I give out the network. So.
He gonna be calling your ass again.
He gonna be like, I just get a location in North Dakota. What the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. But also, if y'all don't need any customized barware, Popcorn tends to watch all y'all movies and TV shows with. Follow me at A Hendrix Custom. Yes, like Jimi Hendrix. AHENDRIX Custom. I'm right now drinking a nice good old strawberry margarita out of a custom mason jar with a handle, and it's perfect for the summertime. I got a sangria pitcher in my fridge right now, going for the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to, Nels, because we definitely about to be shooting movies, and anything y'all need to come to Get Me Hip.
Get it hip. And I know for the sport podcast, they definitely gonna be talking about the Super Bowl episode and going into the Patriots versus the Chiefs. Boy, we got Brady versus Mahomes. I'm not the biggest football fan. I'm a huge basketball fan. But I know Brady is considered the GOAT. But I know Mahomes is also considered the GOAT.
Mahomes about to become the GOAT. Fuck Tom Brady.
I know Mahomes about to go back to back. So, well, I'm hoping Mahomes go back to back. Let me say that. But I'm here for the commercials. I'm here for Jasmine Sullivan. That's only that. I don't have cable, like I said, so I'm going to figure out one way or another to watch the Super Bowl. Because it's going to be snowing here tomorrow, so I don't know. Yeah. But definitely, we're going to figure something out. But definitely, I'm going to be figuring out something else to watch on TV during a snowy day as well. And get y'all hit for another episode. So, we're going to ride it out real quick.
Listen, black women are the most educated in America. The most educated, the most shit on. Shorty, I know you a queen. Nothing under that, nothing between. I hear all that passion and things you believe. Appreciate all the things you do for me. Stood up for me when I fell. Motivated me them times when I fell. You showed me heaven, I was going through hell. Know my demons and you kept to yourself. You kept it real, plus you fight for your right. A nigga like me only dream for your type. Straight in my vision when I'm losing sight. You just